Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today I have a little unboxing for you guys of something that I just had to pick up for my personal collection. It's one that I have been trying to get over and over and over again, and I keep failing. Everybody else kept beating me to the punch. So, really happy to finally get this one. I did pick it up from REC, and I believe this is the first time I've ever purchased from REC. No particular reason. I try to support the retailers that support my channel. Not that REC has ever denied to support my channel or anything, but I've just never really had any interaction with them. So yeah, it just kind of came to that. I noticed they had some in stock, and I was like, you know what? I am not waiting until anyone else gets them. I'm getting it now, and I did. So let's see what we got in here. Let's see how REC sends some stuff out. We have the REC sticker, which is pretty cool. We have an REC card, just thanking you for the purchase. And then, what is this? Is this Band-Aid, little Band-Aid holder. Now okay, that's cool. I like that. Comes with a good amount of Band-Aids too, actually. So that actually may be going into a little EDC kit prep that I've been looking at. But this is the star of the show today. And maybe that shape of the box will give a little way to what may be in here. It may or may not be a Spyderco. Well, actually, it is a Spyderco. Clearly a Spyderco. And, oh man. So now, again, this is just going to be an overview, not going to be a full review, but I have reviewed a version of this, but it's technically a completely different model. What we're talking about here is the Manix 2 Lightweight with CPM MagnaCut, which is exactly why I had to have it. Now, I'm well aware that MagnaCut is not the steel of the gods like it was originally made out to be, but it's still an amazing steel with a phenomenal composition balance that provides great toughness, great edge retention, great corrosion resistance. It's easy to sharpen. Yeah, it's still amazing. So, before we go any further, let's take a look at some quick specs on this knife right here. We have an overall length of 8.02 inches, a blade length of 3.336 inches, and a handle length of 4.66 inches. As I alluded to already, the steel on this is CPM MagnaCut. We have a weight of a much lighter 3 ounces, which is compared to the original Manix 2, which is not light. I wouldn't say it's really heavy, but it's definitely not light. This is considerably, oh my God, this is actually a ton lighter than the original Manix 2. So I've reviewed the Manix 2. I've just never, to be honest, I don't think I've ever even handled the lightweight. And I'm really, really surprised and very pleased at just how light this is. Really impressive. Of course, the whole FRN, I'll talk more about that in a second. But a price, $174. So guys, listen, $174, USA made. I'm good with that all day. Now the FRN, that's something else we'll address here in just a second. Get the rest of this kind of stowed away. Your typical Spyderco packaging, nothing special. But I tell you what, I don't care. When it comes to packaging, I do kind of wish Spyderco, I don't have any problem with the presentation, but I do wish they would use a sturdier box. Keep the exact same thing you got going here. Just get a more rigid box, because yeah, I don't like seeing my boxes come in crushed, and that's happened to me with Spydercos before. Now, granted, REC did a fantastic job of packaging this, so you don't have to worry about it, but sometimes when something gets shipped to you in a bubble mailer, these can get crushed, and that sucks. Really kind of annoys me. But let's get back to the knife. What we have here is a very impressive light knife with excellent ergonomics, and I mean excellent. When it comes to ergos on a Spyderco, so first off, let me say I think Spyderco as a whole is probably the best of, I would say, probably any knife company out there in terms of good ergos on all of their knives. From top to bottom, I think Spydercos have the best ergos, and I'll stand behind that all day. This thing just feels great. Not quite. I still prefer overall, if I had to pick one Spyderco, I would pick the Shaman. That's still my favorite. But this is right up there. It would be somewhere in the top 5, probably top 3. I think I'd still have to go Shaman, PM2, 1 and 2, and then this could be slotting in at 3 potentially, because this blade shape is just iconic. I mean, the Spyderco leaf-shaped blade with a full flat grind, that nice big Spidey hole that makes it so good for middle finger flicking. It's just perfect. It really is perfect. It may not be your jam. I know some people don't like the looks of Spyderco's, and that's totally fine. Like I said, to each their own. That's why there's a bunch of other knives to choose from. But when it comes to just sliciness, consistency, and just awesomeness, like Spyderco is very, very high up on the list for me. Ooh, man, that action. Listen to that action. Ooh, that click, that thing, that is crisp. That is a nice lockup. Ooh, so good. Now this FRN, there's a little bit of flex there, and I get that. I'm not really complaining about that. I've said it before, I've never really loved Spyderco's FRN. I think they do a fine job of it, but when it comes to FRN in general, I've just never been a big fan, with the exception of the Microtech MSI, which I think they did a phenomenal job at their FRN. But when it comes to this, another reason I bought this is I'm planning on just getting some aftermarket scales from probably like Original Goat. I think they're the only ones right now making replacement scales for the lightweight Manix 2, but I'm assuming that they'll probably be like Flytanium and maybe a couple other brands do it. So I'll probably wait because I want to just experience the knife as it is. And I will say, it's a little stiff out of the box, but oh boy, I tell you, that's not bad. And when you can do this, yes, that's very, very good. I love this blade shape. First of all, it's a really good length. In terms of length, it's very close to the Shaman. Let me see, I don't have a Shaman close enough within arm's reach, but this is probably the biggest competitor to the Shaman overall in terms of just size and blade shape and overall ergonomics. Like, this is really right there. It's almost like pick your poison. Like, what do you prefer, the compression lock or this, what is this called again? I can't remember. It's, in all honesty, I'm not a huge fan of this lock, but I will say this is actually, unless my memory's just bad, which it's not great, I don't know. I don't dislike this as much as I used to. So yeah, maybe it's just the fact that it's a new knife and I'm excited. That could very well be it. But overall, from top to bottom, from price to materials, especially with this MagnaCut, you guys know Spyderco does a pretty darn good job with their MagnaCut. I believe their MagnaCut 62 to 63 HRC, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I don't have an issue with that. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I could have swore their MagnaCut was 62 to 63. Spyderco's always done a fantastic job with their heat treat. And just overall, whether it's closed or open, just a fantastic piece that I had to get. I really wanted to get a Manix 2 in the collection. The regular one that's not the lightweight is actually pretty heavy. And S3V is just still a great steel, but I wanted that MagnaCut. I'm not going to lie. The MagnaCut is 100% the reason I bought this knife. And it's going to be fun to, personalize this one because I will be getting aftermarket scales at some point, probably a different clip. But yeah, still very happy with this purchase, and no complaints with REC. They did a great job, got it to me nice and fast, and yeah, very, very happy with this purchase. So let me know, guys, have you handled the Manix 2 lightweight? Do you like it? And how geeked out and how excited are you to get one of these Manix 2 lightweights in hand with the MagnaCut? Really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and until the next one, I'm out.